Mark survived, but his life was permanently changed. The woman he trusted more than anyone else had tried to kill him. Emily never got a second chance at life. She died because another woman could not accept rejection. Sarah now sits in prison, still telling her stories, still clinging to her version of fate, still believing she was the victim. This case is not just about murder. It is about obsession, delusion, and the terrifying danger of believing that love gives you the right to destroy lives. Sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones who believe they've been wronged. Sarah Coleman looked like the kind of woman people trusted without question. She was calm, intelligent, soft-spoken, and married to a man who loved her deeply. From the outside, her life looked stable and normal. But behind closed doors, Sarah was living a dangerous double life, one built on lies, obsession, and control. Sarah was married to Mark Coleman, a kind and loyal man who believed completely in his wife. Mark trusted Sarah with everything. He never checked her phone. He never questioned her stories. He never imagined she was capable of hurting him. What Mark didn't know was that Sarah was emotionally consumed by another man, a man she believed was her true destiny. His name was Daniel Brooks. To Sarah, Daniel was her dream man, her soulmate, the person she believed she was meant to be with. But to Daniel, Sarah was nothing more than a casual fling. He never saw a future with her. He had a real girlfriend, a woman named Emily Parker, and he was clear that his relationship with Sarah meant very little. Sarah refused to accept that reality. Instead, she became obsessed. She followed Daniel's life closely, tracking where he went and what he did. When Daniel traveled, Sarah somehow always ended up in the same place. Once they were even on the same plane, sitting close to each other. Sarah later told people it was fate. To Daniel, it was unsettling. At home, Sarah's behavior grew stranger. She constantly talked to her husband about a dramatic love triangle involving 3 people. She went into deep detail, explaining emotions, betrayal, and obsession. Mark listened, unaware that Sarah was really talking about herself, Daniel, and Emily. He had no idea his wife was slowly revealing her inner world right in front of him. Sarah also used her mentally ill brother as a way to control Mark. She told Mark that her brother didn't know she was married, and that if he found out, he would become extremely angry and dangerous. To protect everyone, Mark agreed to leave the house whenever her brother came to visit. Sometimes he would stay away for days, sometimes for weeks. During those times, Sarah erased Mark from the house completely. She removed photos, hid his clothes, cleaned away every sign that a husband lived there. Then Daniel would come over. They went out together, traveled together, acted like a real couple in public. To the outside world, Sarah and Daniel looked like they were in a serious relationship. Mark never suspected a thing. He trusted his wife completely. Everything came to a breaking point one night inside their home. Sarah suggested they play a blindfold game. She asked Mark to cover his eyes. Mark agreed without hesitation. He trusted her. Moments later, Mark felt a sharp pain in his chest, then another, and another. Sarah was stabbing him. Mark struggled, fighting for his life, wrestling with her for the knife as blood spilled across the room. He was badly injured and close to dying. Sarah picked up the phone and pretended to call 911. She acted panicked, confused, desperate. She made several calls that looked like attempts to get help, but investigators would later discover that she wasn't actually calling emergency services the way she claimed. What makes this night even more horrifying is what Sarah had planned next. The same night she stabbed her husband, she had already arranged a dinner date with Daniel. While Mark lay bleeding from stab wounds, struggling to stay alive, Sarah was still thinking about another man. Eventually, real help arrived. Mark was rushed to the hospital. Against all odds, he survived. Doctors saved his life. Police arrested Sarah Coleman for attempted murder. At first, the case seemed straightforward. A wife tried to kill her husband, but as detectives examined phone records, they noticed something disturbing. During the attack, Sarah had called another man. Not emergency services, another man. That man was Daniel Brooks. As investigators looked deeper into Daniel's life, they uncovered a shocking connection. Just months earlier, Daniel's girlfriend, Emily Parker, had been brutally murdered inside her own home. The case had gone unsolved. Until now, police ran DNA tests. The results were undeniable. Sarah's DNA was found mixed with Emily's blood at the crime scene. There was no question anymore. Sarah Coleman wasn't just someone who tried to kill her husband. She was a murderer. When faced with the evidence, Sarah made another shocking decision. She chose to represent herself in court. She believed she was smarter than the lawyers, smarter than the judge, and smarter than the jury. In court, she talked endlessly about destiny, love triangles, and fate. She showed no real remorse for Emily and no real concern for Mark. Her focus remained on Daniel. The jury saw through her completely. Sarah Coleman was sentenced to 25 years in prison for attempting to murder her husband and 50 years for the murder of Emily Parker. 75 years in total. Mark survived, but his life was permanently changed. The woman he trusted more than anyone else had tried to kill him. Emily never got a second chance at life. She died because another woman could not accept rejection. Sarah now sits in prison, still telling her stories, still clinging to her version of fate, still believing she was the victim. This case is not just about murder. It is about obsession, delusion, and the terrifying danger of believing that love gives you the right to destroy lives. Sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones who believe they've been wronged. This is Obscure Justice, and thank you for watching. And please do well to subscribe to encourage us to do more, and comment your thought on this. See you on the next video.